Alright, today we're looking at water play and it's going to be really hot today if it's Thursday like it is with me. If it's not, it might be cooler, but playing water play is a really good way of cooling down outside. Now I have got a big tray to play water play in. You might have water play in your bath. You might use a washing up bowl, you might just have a couple of jugs of water, you might have a paddling pool. You can use anything for water playing, and water play is really, really important. It's not just about having the fun of splashing about. So the first thing you can look at in water play is about emptying and filling, which starts to teach you all about size. So in my water play I have got lots of different shape and size pots that you can have fun filling up and emptying out. It's really good to have some with holes in because you can try and work out where the water goes. So you can look at size, you can try and find big pots and you can find little pots, and you can see how many little pots fit in the big ones. So it's 4 little pots of water went into 1 big pot of water, and I've also got a water mill that I can pour my water down that makes the wheels spin round. So you can have all sorts of things. They don't have to be bought things. Bottles are also really fun in water play because when you fill them up they make a really good noise. They make it really, really bubbly. Great for pouring out. You can use lots of bottles, and if you ask your grown-ups to put some holes in your bottles, you can see all the different ways the water squirts out. Okay, so we've got watering cans, we've got funnels, we've got bowls, and just working on your fine motor skills of trying to get one to pour into the other one gets your hands to work together, so you're not just playing, you're getting both sides of your brain to talk to each other. Okay, you could also take your watering can off around the garden, give your plants a drink, or make yourself, if you're in your swimming costume, a little shower to cool down. You can see how filling things with a watering can is a lot slower. You've got to take your time, you've got to work really hard on your aim, pouring the water into the bottle. That's it. So you get it all in. Or you could get a pot and it pours in really quickly. So you're going to be using that language like big and small, pouring, fast, slow, full and empty, whether or not you need more. Okay, and then if you've got a water mill or something you can make spin, you can have a little bit of look at cause and effect and see what happens. So, emptying and filling is part of the EYFS for 22 to 36 months in maths. So just having a really good play and a splash about and using lots of different size containers, not only are you having fun playing, you're learning too. The next thing we're going to have a look at, I'm going to pull this back so you need to see the top better, and I'm going to take some of my things out of my water, is about floating and sinking. All my pots in here, I don't know if you can see them, let me tilt it down a bit. All my pots in here are at different places. You can see some of them are floating on the top and you can see some of them have sunk to the bottom. Now, a couple of weeks ago we had World Ocean Day and we looked at submarines as well, and we looked at how submarines can float to the top and sink to the bottom, and they float to the top when they're just full of air. That to you and me looks like it's full of nothing, but it's actually got air in it and it floats like a boat on the top. Okay, however, if we fill it full of water, it's gone, sunk to the bottom. So submarines fill themselves with air to float and then fill themselves with water to sink. So we had a look at floating and sinking. Now, watering cans aren't very good at being boats, so we'll take them out. Empty all your water out first, whereas you lose your water. No, bottles aren't very good at being boats because you can't really sit anything on them. Pots with holes in can try and be boats, but they're going to take water on. You can have a go. If you've got a pot with a hole in, sit it on the top and see how long it takes to sink. Pots without holes in are great for boats. So this one's already sinking. Funnels aren't very good for boats. So if you've got some plastic bowls, plastic pots, they can be your boats. Another really good one is takeaway containers. And, sorry about the sun behind me, margarine pots. Okay, so you've made your boats. If you've got some straw and some paper, you can make yourself sails for your boats and get your grown-ups to help you and cut out some shapes of triangles and rectangles to be your sails. What I'm going to do though is I've got lots of little bears. Now you might have animals, you might have cars, you might have bricks, and you can do some counting to see how many things you can fit in your boats until they start to sink. So I have got a big tray of bears and elephants with me. So I'm going to start on my little red bowl and see how many can fit in before it starts to sink. Can you help me count? I've got 1. Ooh, it's tilting already. 2, 3, 4, 5, still floating, can you see? 5, 6, 7, 8, it's getting a little bit lower in the water. 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's a rubber duck, he'll float on his own. Oh, not very well though. 12. Oh, that one fell off. 12. Oh, 12. Did you see how it got water in it? And it sunk all the way to the bottom. So that little boat took 12 bears. Now this boat is bigger, so you would think it would take more bears. It's got more air in it, although we can't see it. Remember, it's invisible. And we'll see how many bears can fit in this boat. We might fit loads in. Now remember, it was 12 last time, so we want more than 12. We've got elephants as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, same, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, oh, it's starting to tilt, 19, oh, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. This one is a really good boat. 38, 39. Ooh, can you see it floating around still? 40. I can fit at least 40 and it's still not sunk. So some boats are really, really good, and it's not sunk because they're not heavy enough to push it under the water. You might have cars or big plastic animals or some big wooden blocks, and they will make things sink quicker. Another really good one to try for floating is the lid of a box. Now this is really good because it's more something like a raft. Again, you can see, whoa, but be careful when we put this one down, it floats. But if we start putting the bears on, because it hasn't got any sides, what do you think's going to happen? Can you see already? As soon as the water gets on top, what's happening? Ooh. Now, this is a really good one then for exploring and experimenting from a really young age. What might look just like filling things up and emptying things out, actually you're exploring about floating and sinking. So if you find lots of different pots, different size ones, different depths ones, that means ones with big sides, and then ones with really little sides, you can have a really good go having a play in water, helping with your counting and using words like floating and sinking and keeping cool at the same time. I hope you have a really good fun time playing in your water and finding out all about floating and sinking and making some boats. Bye.